This is the One Life Podcast, hosted by Todd Lawrence. In this episode,
when did Luke find music and when did music find Luke?
You know, again, I make what I want to hear. I don't really tailor it to people. It's just kind of like, what I want to listen to.
So have you had any big challenges thus far on your music journey?
I do rap and sing in Sicilian.
What's your opinion on therapy?
I think it's a good thing.
He kicked me so hard, I lost my breath, bro. I had to take a knee, and I was like, time out. I was like, what was that?
I grew up on Young Money, so, Lil Wayne.
You know what's
Drake.
crazy? Whatever you're doing in life, I feel like you have to have that determination to want to complete it.
I wish I could fly away from your light.
Welcome back to another episode of the One Life Podcast with your host, Todd Lawrence. And today we got some more great talent in the building, man. Today we have the pleasure of sharing the microphones with this guy. Let me just start by saying this guy does it all. You know what I'm saying? He produces his music. He writes his music. He even writes music for other people. You know what I'm saying? You got your studio as well?
Yeah.
He got his studio as well. He done came all the way from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to come to the One Life Podcast. We based in the Poconos right now, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the One Life Podcast, episode number 36. Give it up for my man, Luke Dieci.
Yeah, let's go One Life.
Yeah.
I'm happy. It's good seeing you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good seeing you in person, man.
Yeah.
Because you've been tapped in for a while with the One Life Podcast, and we've been trying to connect, and you reached out to me this week and said, hey, man, I'm going to make that drive. I'm going to come out, and we're going to get this done.
Yeah.
Welcome through, man.
Sure.
Thank you for coming through.
Thanks, yeah.
You came through with the Eagles jersey on.
Oh, yeah, go Birds.
Is that your
Go
team?
Birds. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my team, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you too, or?
Well, me personally, I just love the sport.
Yeah.
So I like to just watch a good game.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl, it wasn't too much of a good game.
Nah.
They scraped them, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I like to see like great players making great plays and stuff like that. Because I played football in high school growing up. Did you play any ball?
No, I played lacrosse.
Lacrosse?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Harrisburg.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, bro? When I was in the suburbs, because I grew up in the suburbs, man, and they had lacrosse in the suburbs. When I came out here to the Poconos, they didn't have no lacrosse team, so I couldn't really get into lacrosse. That was my interest. I knew how to cradle cradle it and shit. No diddy. This is how you cradle it when you got the stick in your hand and you keep the ball. That was the coolest shit to me.
Yeah.
My boy told me how to cradle and you know what I mean? I didn't know how to catch too well and shit, but my boy used to play hockey, lacrosse. He did all of that. Did you play hockey as well?
Nah, but there was so many people that played that were crossovers between lacrosse and hockey because, I mean, they got if they play attack, which is like on the offensive side, they got this elevator shot that's just fucking crazy. It goes from bottom to top that nobody else can get besides the hockey players because they're all down low, you know?
And when it comes to hockey,
Yeah.
that is called the elevator shot.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was hard to block on D because I played D. I was a bruiser, just being
in
a big
lacrosse or
guy.
hockey.
In lacrosse.
Yeah, lacrosse. Yeah. A bruiser. Yeah, you got the size.
Yeah. I always did too. I was lifting through middle school and high school, and I was killing it out there.
Powerlifting?
No, I mean, you could say I kind of got started in that world in high school, but I was more interested in bodybuilding. I'm just with work and music taking off, it's just been I've been out of the gym for a while and it's just kind of escalating, but I got to get back in there.
My man Luke, man. Yeah, man. So when did Luke find music and when did music find Luke?
Oh, that was from the time I was born, literally since I can remember, I mean, I grew up with a musical family. My dad was always playing out. My aunt was, singing at churches, and just everybody in my family for generations. We got a mandolin from Sicily that was passed down for generations and generations, So I come from music. All my cousins, we all work together sometimes on stuff.
Yeah.
Have studio sessions, things like that. So I mean, it's always been in my blood. I taught myself everything. Use my father as a big inspiration.
Yeah, shout out Pops.
Yeah.
Shout out Pops, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your pops, he was involved in the music industry?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he always played in bands. He picked the guitar up, and he taught himself as well. I just I was playing drums since I can remember, and I was in a band in literally elementary school. And we were playing in front of like 400 people or something like that.
Right. In elementary, I used to do chorus in elementary.
Oh yeah,
yeah, with the little ding 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 ding. Oh. Yeah. Everybody's going together, so it sounds good. You know what I mean? If I was by myself, I don't know, but yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
You did chorus too, or no?
I did it for like half a year or something. I wasn't really feeling it too much.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I was with the cool kids. You was on the sports teams and shit, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
What sports did you play in high school?
High school, I just did lacrosse, and then I actually stopped for music my junior year. But up until then, like growing up, I was always into sports. I feel like most kids, I started out playing soccer. I did a little bit of baseball.
He said, like most kids, you started playing soccer?
Yeah.
I didn't start playing soccer. It's a lot of running in soccer, bro.
There's a ton of running, yeah. But that football, when I was, in middle school, and martial arts, I was doing martial arts and stuff like that.
Did you ever get a black belt?
I broke my collarbone right before my black belt.
Oh,
test.
wow.
Yeah, and then I didn't go back after that. But
what was, you said before your black belt test? What is the test requirement for a black belt? Like, you got to chop through a couple bricks and stuff? What?
Yeah. You got
for real, yeah.
A cinder block. You got to break a cinder block. You gotta. So I did Korean integrated mixed martial arts. So they're all a little bit different. So like the black belt test, I'm sure would be different for that versus something else.
Right.
But yeah, they're like, you had to go through all your forms, which is like specific fighting techniques that are in sequence. You got to spar, all that stuff.
And you did this in middle school or high school?
Both.
Yeah.
Middle school and high school. Yeah.
Yeah. And isn't like martial arts like mainly based off self-defense?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, there's like, I'd say it's heavy self-defense related. I mean, the thing is like, and you might know this from the military, right? You were in the military.
Yeah, I was in the Navy. Yeah, shout out all the soldiers out there.
Yeah, for real. And if you grow up around here, you might know somebody that
I grew up in New Jersey,
okay.
I was a freshman out here.
Okay.
So I'm 29 right now. So I've been out here for like fucking 15 years now.
Okay.
But yeah, good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was just, I'll tell you after, but there's somebody I know that he definitely doesn't want his name out there, but you might know.
He's a criminal.
He was like,
shit, he on a run.
Yeah, he was on like special ops or something like that.
Okay. He was involved with the government heavily.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's why he don't want his name. He's like, don't put that out there. I'm sniping niggas.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got some crazy.
I do not know him. I do not know you, son. I don't know nobody that's sniping nobody.
I might know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, I was just saying, like, you might know the same thing with your training. I don't really know too much about the military.
No, the Navy. When I went to the Navy, it was a lot of folding clothes and stuff, getting yelled at, push-ups, all this. I feel like the Marines and Army is more like we're going to war tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
The Navy was kind of like, like learn how to stay organized, have everything in order, learn how to pay attention to details and stuff like that. Yeah. I was out in the ocean on deployment and stuff. I've seen like boats coming near our boat and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was a little crazy experience. I had to get out of there.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah,
to each his own.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. This is one life we live in, so it's like, you want to go jump out of an airplane, go have at it.
Go for it.
You know what I'm saying. I might second guess on that shit out on the way there. You know what? I think I'm gonna stay back.
Yeah.
It's one life. Choose wisely.
Yeah, but I mean, just with fighting, I mean, like I feel like once you know how to fight, you typically stay out of more fights than you get into. It's like
I was boxing for 4 years.
Yeah. Like it's the bulls that like do not know how to fight that typically are starting shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you learn the technique, you're more like confident. Like in like you're your pride is more like composed. It's like, man, I could defend myself. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take it there unless we competing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I just noticed, it's like, it's gotta be some kind of like innate posture thing that like people don't really fuck with you if, you know, you carry yourself right and shit.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this story. One time, man, when I was growing up, I made a wrong move, man, and I tried to challenge this Chinese dude, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyler Becker, man. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, Tyler Becker, if you out there, man, you the man. But I tested him, man. I was like, we was going body shots. You know, back in the day, you would go body shots with your friend. You know what I mean? We're not getting hurt. We're not leaving no bruises. Body shots. Yeah. So I thought I had him. I was like, bro, he kicked the shit out of me. He kicked me so hard, I lost my breath, bro. I had to take a knee, and I was like, time out. I was like, what was that?
Yeah.
I said body shots. He was like, yeah, this is my technique. I hit you in the body. I'm like, oh, no, listen, I'm going to have to regroup and think about a new strategy in this bitch.
Yeah.
But when it came to mixed martial arts, was it like they taught you a lot of kicks and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Roundhouse was like my go-to. I got a really solid roundhouse, but I mean, I'm into boxing too. So I mean, I love it all. Like anything, I'm down with. So.
Yeah, when I was in the Navy, I seen a dude roundhouse kick somebody like live action.
Oh yeah,
this one dude was bothering us. We were coming home from the bar. Shout out my man Ortiz, man. And we was coming home from the bar, and we were walking on base, and this one guy, he kept trying to like punk us out. Like he wasn't punking me out, you know what I mean? But he was like drunk, and he was like talking ish. My boy Ortiz, he looks kind of like my man Jay right there. You know what I mean? A little Hispanic, a little white. So he was like coming at him like, man, you don't want this. And Ortiz got tired of hearing that. And out of nowhere, bro, you just seen him like roundhouse back. His freaking Hirachi shoe came off. He hit him so boom. Bro, I that was one of the most greatest laughs I ever had. You know that laugh uncontrollable where you got to touch the ground and shit. Bro, I never seen somebody actually roundhouse kick a person like that. And he landed. I was like, yo, this is insane. But have you ever roundhouse kicked somebody?
Oh, yeah.
In a match or just in the streets?
In general, yeah.
Yeah, and when you landed? Mm-hmm. And when you landed, they thought about it again. Like, all right, listen, did they fall or what happened after that? Like they kept coming?
Yeah, no, it was over after that. I'll say like I've been fortunate, like I haven't lost a fight before.
Oh,
which I think
shit.
is a good thing. Yeah.
Luke Dieci's undefeated.
Yeah, I hope that means nobody's gonna try me because you never know. But
nah.
Yeah, but no, funny story. I was in college and we had just finished finals, and I was making limoncello, and like if you're unfamiliar, like how you do it, you test with simple syrup. So we made it with Everclear, so it was like crazy strong, like 190 proof or whatever.
Right.
And so just got completely obliterated, just just taste testing to get the right amount of simple syrup in there.
Yeah.
And I was just, I don't know, I was on one and like I ran out of the apartment, and one of my friends was in like a window above, and like, I have that mixed martial arts background, and he's like, yo, Luke, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go kick some shit. So and he's like, kick that light pole. So I did it's called a flying side kick. Like you're running and then you jump up and you have like you spin your body, you have a side kick.
Yeah.
And I shattered the whole light post, the whole top came down, glass was like raining on me.
Yeah, he said, this motherfucker can't come back at me after this. He broke the whole light.
Yeah.
And you felt good after that. They got it on video?
No, sadly not. I got the video the next day of like looking at it just with regret,
Yeah. Did you hurt your foot?
No.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah.
What college did you go to?
IUP.
UP, where's that?
IUP.
IUP, where's that?
Yeah, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. It's called Indiana, PA. It's like an hour from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It sucks. Nobody go there.
Why you say
I
that?
hate that school. It's just like, it's all Hicks. It's a lot different vibe from like Eastern Pennsylvania. Like I really think they should make Pennsylvania into 2 states. Pennsylvania and then Western Pennsylvania.
Right.
Because it's just so different.
What's your opinion on it? Because it's different. It's totally different people.
Yeah, totally
different atmospheres.
Yeah. And there was a lot of like locals going there, so it's a whole different vibe. It felt more like what I would guess like West Virginia would be like. So I just wasn't. It just really wasn't my scene. I didn't like going there, but I mean,
Did you complete your time?
yeah, I did. Yeah,
You did 4 years. Yeah. Would you come out with?
finance with a minor in accounting.
Now, did you utilize it at all?
Yeah. So the last place I was working, I was doing finance and accounting. Yeah, I mean it's a good job if you can get a job. I mean, I was downsized. There was a huge downsizing. But you know, I'm just waiting for the music to pick up and make me more money than
Yes, sir.
be making in finance. you
Yeah,
know?
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But that's the 9 to 5 for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope, man. So when did the music, like I said, like you said, as you were growing up, you were introduced to the music by your dad.
Yeah.
At what point in your life did you start to take the music seriously? Like say, you know, this is something that I believe that I'm great at.
Yeah.
And I find like interest in this. What age did that come about?
I'd probably say when I was 16, for sure, or 17, maybe at the very latest. So by that point, I had taught myself piano. Guitar was a little after that, but I taught myself piano in like elementary, middle school. And yeah, so I downloaded my cousin Amplicity was huge on SoundCloud when during the big SoundCloud days, and I was on that latter half of the SoundCloud days. So I downloaded Ableton, which is a DAW. It's like Pro Tools, FL Studio in that category. I think Ableton's the best though, personally. But yeah, so I downloaded that. I started, I was big into poetry and just getting words out through what I would compose and what I would sing and rap and everything like that. So I just started taking it super seriously, being super nitpicky, teaching myself mixing and mastering, which is a whole different skill set.
Right.
And yeah, from that point, I really just started taking that so seriously.
At 16.
Yeah.
So this was in high school.
Yeah.
Right. So did you start making music at the time? Did you find a studio? How did you go about once this idea came, I'm gonna do music? What did you have a recording studio at home at the time? What were you doing at the time to pursue this journey?
Yeah. So luckily with my dad in music, he had a home studio built that was that's our whole lower level of the house is just a studio. And I've just over the years I've just invested more money and more money and more money into it. So we got I think 13 guitars, bass, 88 key weighted keyboard, ukulele, mandolin, everything there, So
yeah,
that's kind of
all the equipment was already at home.
Yeah.
And you just went in there one day after school or something and started messing around.
Yeah.
Would you work next to Pops? When he was in his zone, did you just pop in and be hey, touching stuff and stuff? How?
Yeah. I did. So I was doing the sound engineering for him live for years when he would play out. So I was already doing that, and then we would always collaborate. When he was making songs of his own or recording for different things, he does soundtracks for movies as well. And so I'd always give advice, opinions, that sort of a thing. So we kind of worked together, and then once I had that first okay, I got Ableton, I got all the equipment. I'm going to sit down and do it. I just, I had a million songs that were ready to go. So I just started recording and putting it out. And that was big in high school. I was the rapper at high school,
What high school was that?
CDs. Yeah, I was saying before, I think this was off camera, but yeah, I went to high school with Micah Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
On the Cowboys.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. And speaking of the Eagles, LaShawn McCoy went to the Catholic high school that was right
around
there
the corner.
Yeah.
This is in Harrisburg?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. And so boom, you jumped right into it and you started releasing your music. Where did you start releasing it? On YouTube, or you just started recording it? Like, cause you said you were writing, right?
Yeah.
You had a journal and stuff?
Yeah. I was writing for years.
Acapella? Like, how would you write? Like,
yeah, I would just
get in your thoughts and
yeah, so like the poetry, so I would write a ton of poetry. And then as far as like when I got started rapping, it was like I would find instrumentals on YouTube or something that I liked, because I didn't have I wasn't using the equipment at that point to make my own beats. So I would just rap over like those YouTube beats, and like I had friends who would just go on freestyle over different songs and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of the start of it. Yeah. How I got started, but yeah.
When did you record your first song?
Well, my first song recorded was actually when I was in like second grade or something on.
No way.
Yeah. Do you know about Groove Shark?
Nope.
That was like the old kind of like Napster, like that type of a thing.
Okay.
So it was just like a site for music that like was all free. So like they had like everybody's stuff on there.
I remember LimeWire.
I don't know if I know that one. But
LimeWire? You know LimeWire, right, Jay? Yeah, LimeWire. Okay. It was like a green little icon. Yeah, and you get like mad free music. I used to use that for my PSP music and stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Same kind of thing. Yeah.
Download MP3 files for free. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it was like second grade doing that, and like my dad helped me out like with the instrumental, because at that point I only knew how to play drums. So I was just playing drums, and then I was rapping. Because I come from a background of rap and rock was like the two genres that I listened to like coming up. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a hell of a combination, rap and rock.
Yeah.
Who was your inspiration? Who was like your favorite rock artist, and who was your favorite rap artist at the time?
At the time, I mean, now I'd say as far as rock goes, like Chris Cornell, I think he was in like the Kurt Cobain era. But at the time, I mean, it was like what I was getting like listening around my house. So, I had I'd say Foo Fighters were probably like the biggest rock inspiration, muse, people like that. Rappers, I grew up on Young Money, so Lil Wayne.
Yeah, what's
Drake.
Crazy? Yeah. You the best. You the best. Yeah. What's the other one? I'm on one. Fuck it, I'm on one.
Oh my God, yeah.
I said I'm on one. He said, yeah. How it go? All I care about is money in the city that I'm from. I'ma sip it till I feel it. I'ma smoke it till it's done. I don't really give a fuck, and my excuse is that I'm young, and I won't again.
Older, somebody should have told you.
That's that Luke Dieci right there. Yeah, I set that one up. Yeah, you had to put the vocals in there. I like that. Yeah. And speaking of Lil Wayne, that's clever, man, because Lil Wayne actually, he's a rap artist who tried to get into rock.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Yep,
Prom
yep.
Queen, Prom. Yeah, that era. Yeah. I was like, I like the Prom Queen, but all the other stuff, I was like, Lil Wayne, you need to go back to what is it? Go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Go and get. That's the type of Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like. Once he went into that rock shit, I was like, all right, the Prom Queen hit, but all the other stuff. You know what I mean? It's a cool experience to journey through your one life and your successful life of experience. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, that was like Kid Cudi too. He had that rock phase. I wasn't a big fan of that either. But I mean,
Day and Night.
Yeah, Day and Night, Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah. I'm in the pursuit of happy. I was in high school around that time. Yeah. That was actually middle school. Yeah. Shout out Kid Cudi and all them good guys, man. Yeah, man. So you said your first song you made was in second grade.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that song was about?
Honestly, I have no idea. It was probably about some second grader struggles,
I'm getting my grades together. This year is gonna be great. I got my outfit ready. Can I get a chicken nugget plate?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I remember. I think actually, because I had two songs that were right around that time. I remember one was just talking shit on somebody I didn't like.
Okay, you made a diss track.
Yeah, it was a old school diss track by a second grader, or maybe it was even first grade, you know?
Yeah. You know about Asher Roth?
No.
That party last night was awfully crazy. I wish we taped it. I love college. You don't know that song?
I got no clue.
Oh my God, we got to play that song, bro. I'm gonna play that song in a little bit for you,
right,
but
cool.
Shout out Asher Roth, man. He was a good ass like Caucasian rapper, and he was dope. Yeah, here I put us to J right there, man. But yeah, man, hey man, that's crazy, man. So you were lifting in high school and stuff, you just played lacrosse?
Yeah, just lacrosse and martial arts. Yeah, that was it. In high school,
right? So once you turned 16, you started taking the music seriously.
Yeah.
Did you stop playing your sports at the time?
Yeah, everything was done. It was just, I grew my hair out, and just like went hard at the time. It was just rap that I was making, and beats for rap. And then, I started just like really expanding, and, I got, next Friday, I have a rock album coming out. Rock for the Disenchanted.
Tell people,
Rock for the Disenchanted next Friday.
What's the date? Because this is going to drop a little bit further down.
I gotta look. What's the date?
It's probably March 8th.
I think March 7th.
March 7th or 8th.
Let's see. Today's the 28th. So, March 7th. March 7th.
Look out for
Rock for the Disenchanted.
Rock for the Disenchanted, and that's just straight rock.
Straight rock, yeah. There's like slight. I mean, with everything I do, there's a slight hip hop influence that you can tell for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's straight rock. There's there's different kinds of rock in there. There's old rock. There's new metal. Everything under the sun with rock. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on recently. I mean, what I do with my music is I just make what I want to hear. And what I want to hear is a lot of dark themes, but I want to hear hip hop and I want to hear rock, and I love mixing them together. I'm a much better singer than I am a rapper, so I'll get rappers to come on and feature, and I'll sing the hooks on certain songs, or I'll just do like kind of like a mix of like singing, rapping, and then the chorus will be straight singing, that type of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said on my T-Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how Future started, just doing hooks and stuff.
Yeah.
So you have some projects out there that you've worked with some cool artists and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. Shout out Bamboo. She's great.
Shout out Bamboo.
Yeah. She was in LA. She was in New York. She has some big connections in LA and New York. I don't want to say because one's her ex-boyfriend, but
hey man, work is work. Work is work.
Yeah, that's true.
Business is business.
Yeah, Heavy Mellow. He's a guitar player, but he's made guitar parts for the Jonas Brothers, Chance the Rapper, just to name a couple, but just like huge people. Bamboo is great. Osamete, I got on a track. She's great. Bankroll Sean in Philly. Shout out Bankroll Sean, Deshaun. For sure. All the people I work with are great to me. I love them all. And my cousins, I work with my cousins a ton. We got a clothing line, Deadfish Records. You can find it on my Instagram. Mikey Salvatore, my cousin, he performs in Brooklyn. He won he produces and he raps, and he won the Smokin' Beats show in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Shout out. What's your cousin's name?
Mikey Salvatore.
Shout out Mikey Salvatore, man. Keep doing great things. That's dope.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the inspiration came from. You say your family member. He's older than you?
Yeah, he's older. He's a little older. And then my cousin Jamie, he's older than him, and he was Amplicity. I work with him. We just had an EP come out called Afloat, which he did all the instrumentals for. I just sang on. Yeah, and that was an emotional one. I mean, a lot of my music takes a emotional toll out of me.
Yeah,
honestly, like I write about a lot of real stuff. Like I was telling you, like a lot of times I'll write my instrumental. I just get the idea, sometimes even in dreams, of the melody. And so I'll play whatever I think of, and then in whatever medium I want to use, whatever instrument. And then once the instrumental's done or almost done, I think, how does this make me feel? What type of person would this be, like the soundtrack of their life, and what would they want to say? So I go into the poetry aspect of that from that standpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So did you start producing first, or you started rapping first, right?
Yeah, I started rapping first, and then
how did the producing come along? Because obviously you're saying you make all your beats, you
Yep.
do everything. You don't even need. So when you started, you didn't even need to find a studio.
no,
You had it at home and everything.
Yeah.
And you figured out, Pops taught you
Yep.
how to like make a couple beats and stuff like that.
Yep. And
You say you taught yourself, right?
yeah, and I mean, my brother was a big help. Implicity, my cousin Jamie, was a huge help. Too, of just like having people like Jamie,
The mafia.
Yeah. Honestly,
Literally.
that's where Deadfish comes in. Where we're all Sicilian. And actually, some of my songs, if you check out, I do rap and sing in Sicilian, which. Some people are like, is that a language? Yes, it is. It's a dialect of Italian, but like the spelling of words are different.
Right.
The pronunciations are completely different. Like it's such a different.
Say something in Sicilian.
Su Siciliano. That's actually one of the titles of one of my songs. It's just, I'm Sicilian, but
Su Siciliano?
Su Siciliano.
Su Siciliano.
Yeah. So the difference between mainland Italian and Sicilian is the masculine vowel in Italian is O, and in Sicilian it's a U.
Okay.
So it's U versus O.
Okay.
Yeah.
Italian's O and Sicilian's U.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like if you're saying like Sicilian in Italian, you would say Siciliano, or sorry, I'm messing it up. Siciliano.
Okay.
Versus Sicilian, you would say Siciliano.
Got you.
Yeah. Yeah. But so that's where the Deadfish idea, that's where that label came from.
Right.
It's just like, the stereotype of like sleeping with the fishes,
Yeah,
so.
what you mean? Explain that.
Yeah. So if you watch, The Godfather, or just familiar with like mob practices, which I probably shouldn't be saying.
Hey, man, just the One Life Podcast, episode 36, man. Here you have it.
Yeah, episode 36. There we
Luke
go.
Dieci, man. Talk about it.
But yeah, just like sleeping with the fishes is just a way, and like it's called a Sicilian message. So in practice, and I'm talking like probably like 60, 70 years ago, they would do this where they would send a message by sending over a dead fish to an enemy's house. Yeah.
Yeah, if they would have sent that to my house, we would have had some good dinner that night. Yeah, we would have fried the shit out of that dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't have got the message. I would have been like, damn, who loves me? That's crazy. That was a threat for the mafia.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's something real that you see in like some mob movies. That is a real
It gets
thing that would
delivered
go
in like
on.
a box.
Yeah, or like just wrapped, like, you would go to the deli and like, you get your fish wrapped, and just it would come in that wrapping, and you just,
Send it to them.
wake up, and you get
Yeah,
that going
you ever
on.
had a fish sent to your house?
No, luckily not.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You ever experience any like any mafia meetings or like
No,
seen
no.
any?
I
Overheard like grandfather talking or like uncle?
No, what I will say is my grandfather actually up here when they moved, because they moved his generation, my grandparents' generation came over from Sicily, and so when they moved from New York to the Stroudsburg area, Poconos area, he was head of the Italian club here. So yeah, and I mean they've
He
done
was
a
head
lot
of the
like,
Italian club.
Yeah.
The Italian club, that's like a mafia?
No.
Yeah, they got mafia members in there though, yeah. Welcome to
Maybe,
the Italian
yeah.
club. Luke Dieci, man. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's I still go there, it's a fun place for sure, it's just like, and he did a lot of advocacy and stuff for like against like the Jersey Shore. I think that's the worst fucking thing, as far as like stereotypes go and things like that. But
Yeah.
you might be able to relate to that over there. But
Yeah.
but yeah. So that's kind of the story of Deadfish.
Deadfish. That's where it came about. Did you come up with the name?
No, that was I think that was my cousin Mikey.
Okay.
That did that. Yeah.
And so Deadfish is just a label. It's a label.
Yeah, it's our LLC. So it's not Deadfish Records. We kind of changed the names around a little bit because I'm working with another label, kind of unofficially. But it's the Deadfish Collective LLC.
Got you.
Yeah,
That's dope. That's dope, man. So where have you been thus far on your music journey? Like, what are some interesting places that music has taken you to, like, thus far?
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about like the places I've played, the shows I've done, and stuff like that, and how crazy they get, how fun they are, and everything like that.
Do you have a manager right now or anything?
No, I don't.
Right. So how do you get plugged in? Like, how do you get these opportunities and stuff to like go perform and all that good stuff?
It's with this label. It's through this label that sets me up with stuff. But I'm kind of like working unofficially with them. Galaxy 9 Entertainment.
Shout out Galaxy 9, man.
Yeah, Galaxy 9's great. And yeah, just getting, plugged in with people that, have like from Harrisburg specifically, because I love to support my city, and people that have clothing brands and doing stuff for them and, whatever. But times with music, I mean, sorry, I saw on your last podcast with that girl, you guys were talking about ADHD.
Nikki G?
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
Shout out Nikki G.
I forgot where we were going with this, but do you remember what the question was?
Absolutely. I was saying as far as like you're producing and just places that music has taken you thus far on your journey through this one. Like some cool places and throughout the journey. Like, what has been one of your like coolest moments thus far on your music journey? Since you started getting into the field and everything. How many years have you been in?
I mean, I'm 24 now.
Still very young, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens coming up soon. We've been very, very close. We with my cousins, we'll have studio sessions together. We'll get together in right outside of AC in Brigantine. And my brother had a place out in Pittsburgh, so other places in Jersey, so Jersey City, so we'll all link up for a studio session, make a bunch of beats, and so we had a connection to 88 Rising, Joji's label. Are you familiar with him? Have you heard of Joji?
No.
Okay, so
shout out Joji, man.
Yeah, actually, fuck Joji.
Yeah.
he's like,
man, Luke said it.
Yeah, he's got like I think like 100 million streams on SoundCloud for Glimpse of Us, one of his songs. But we got on a short list of 5 songs, and a little inside information how this works is with these artists, these like big pop artists, what they do, like you think that they're making these songs, they're not even writing their melodies. They have people that write their melodies for them, write the music for them, and they just go over top and sing. So they selected our song, or he did, because we had somebody that was pitching to him. Right. So they pitched our song, Fly.
We're gonna watch that in a second.
Yeah. And that was years ago, but Joji picked it on a list of 5. So what was gonna happen there was he was gonna record my vocals. They were gonna do the instrumental track,
right?
And he was gonna record my vocals, and then they were just gonna release it. We didn't end up getting picked, it was on a list of 5 with, one of the biggest pop musicians out there right now, which was huge.
What's his name?
Joji.
Oh, he's the pop artist?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out Joji,
Yeah. He got started. He was I think he was the guy that started the Harlem Shake.
The Harlem Shake? You know how to do that shit?
I mean, like I remember.
I can't do it in my
that,
seat.
yeah.
Like, well, you take it to the side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in the day, that was the shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, because he was a YouTuber. He got started
Joji's
from,
black or white?
He's Asian.
Hey, shout out Joji, man.
Yeah.
He kicking niggas and shit. Yeah. That's my man, Joji, man. Yeah. He know Taekwondo real well.
Yeah.
He probably got the black belt.
Yeah. He probably
Shout
did.
out Joji,
but-
man.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that was cool, but yeah, I mean, above like everything that's been fun with like the ride with music, I'd say like some of like the I've done but I will never do again is hook up with fans. That has been a terrible
Red
thing.
flags.
Yeah, I don't know if you've had the same thing. In
Nah,
comedy,
I
but-
don't. Yeah, I don't. I keep my fans in the audience.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I sign autographs if I need to, take pictures. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting to that process, but
Yeah.
you don't mix business and pleasure, right?
nah, it's I've had some bad experiences there, so
Yeah, stalkers.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
just very crazy women. Yeah,
Yeah, fans.
yeah.
And how do you separate them? Like, how do you separate your fans from your friends? And
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough thing, you know, because
because your friends are gonna be fans too, right?
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't date somebody that doesn't like my music. Is the thing, you know. If you're not a fan of what I put out there, then I'm.
How's
just
it gonna
not
work?
interested. Yeah, exactly. You know,
Right.
Like I'm sure you're the same with comedy. If some girl doesn't think you're funny, you're probably not gonna.
Yeah, she probably not gonna give me a shot.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
know?
you got to be funny. You got to make
Yeah.
a girl laugh in order for her to be like, okay, well, he's funny. I like him. I'll hang out with him.
Yeah,
If you're not funny, she's like, nigga, like next. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's a similar thing. Like it's you know, so I like girls that like my music, but I like my girlfriend now, she didn't know who I was before we met. So she got introduced to my music afterwards.
Right.
Rena, she's actually
And that's pretty cool because now you know it's kind of like authentic, like it's genuine.
yeah.
She's not she didn't meet you and be like, oh shit, you do this, you do that. Oh yeah, I love you. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Does she do anything similar? Does she have hobbies?
She's a therapist. She's a
nice.
Yeah, she went for forensic psychology, has her master's, and works with I don't even know if I can say.
Yeah. Well, you don't got to
yeah.
disclose
Yeah,
that
yeah,
info.
yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But so speaking of therapy, right? I talk to people about this all the time. What's your opinion on therapy?
I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think it's a good thing as well.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's different though.
Yeah.
So what works for you may not work for the next person,
Yeah.
just because the next person's perception might be different.
Yeah. And I really like, let me know how you feel about this, but I think like if you have mental illness and not just like something going on, you know, whatever, I think that at that point you definitely need therapy. You need some professional help. But if it's just kind of like just the average person, like I think like if you don't need it, then you don't need it. Like I don't think there should be a push.
I treat the gym like my therapy.
Yeah, right.
And then like when we podcast and stuff, you talking all day, you know,
Yeah.
it's different ways to do therapy. I feel like,
Yeah,
you know, if you got the money, go invest.
yeah,
But me, I'm gonna make this work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I pray a lot, and everybody has different strategies to get into that new day.
yeah. No, me too. I'm super religious. You know, I owe everything to God.
Amen. Yeah, God is great.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but I got my cross that
You
I
got your Jesus piece. Yeah,
Yep, my
I
Jesus
got my
piece.
Jesus piece in here.
Oh no, I actually wanted to get a tattoo like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
dope.
He always
Yeah.
sitting next to me, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah,
know, I can
yeah.
hear, I got the cross, but I can hear everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it day by day, man. And I'm just stay grateful and humble throughout this one life. And I feel like in due time, you will get your break.
Yeah.
Whatever your break may mean to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Word up, man.
No, for sure. Yeah. I can't speak enough about how impactful God is in my life and just, you know, giving me everything, saving me, you know, it's just, it's an incredible thing.
Day by day, the different challenges and stuff. So have you had any big challenges thus far on your music journey?
Yeah, just kind of outside of music, but it brought it into music. I've been through a lot of very difficult situations, a lot of trauma. So when I write, a lot of times I write from that dark place, and that's like, you know, how we were talking about, like the gym for therapy. Music is my therapy for sure, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to my lyrics, they're coming from a very real place. Yeah, I write from the perspective of other people a lot of times, but there's always like some part of myself that is attached to it.
Right.
You know, and some songs are just completely like I write the instrumental, I'm like, yeah, this is for me. So I just get it out for me.
Yeah.
You know,
I had another artist on the One Life podcast, man, and he was talking about like rap cap and stuff like that. You know about rap cap? Like artists that just are like singing and rapping about stuff that they don't do themselves.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
I think that's awful. I don't think people should be doing that. I mean, that's exactly what's going on. I mean, I know enough people in the industry that are really plugged in that that's exactly what they do, and they're not really living that life. And I don't think that's right, to be presenting yourself in a different way. Like drugs, for instance, if you're not involved with that at all, you shouldn't be rapping from a place because you're coming from a place of ignorance.
Right.
About it. You don't know that struggle. You haven't lived that life.
Right.
You know, it's different if you've dealt with it with, you know, your family or your close friends or whatever. But like, that's one thing that I think like they, from one of my friends who's really plugged in, they were telling him like, yeah, we love artists to rap about drugs, but we don't like them to be on drugs. You know? So it's like, it's this paradox that shouldn't exist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, I'm gonna relate to that because I watched recently I watched a movie. It's called Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And you've seen that movie?
I've heard. I want to watch it.
Yeah. It's really good. It's an old movie, and I think he reenacts a guy named Andy Kaufman.
Yep.
He was an actor back in the day, and I remember watching this movie. And one of the scenes, the producers told him, "Yeah, you got to go on there, and everybody's supposed to be on drugs." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he told his manager, he was like, I don't do drugs. I don't want to perform and promote this. And they were like, Andy, it's too late. You got to go Hollywood. Push them in there. Yeah. And they were like, this episode, everybody's going and having their joint.
Yeah.
And he went and he messed up the whole script because he wasn't approving of it. He felt like he didn't partake in it at that moment. Yeah. So that kind of coincides with like you saying, if you're not involved in the lifestyle, don't rap about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
that's deep.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, yeah, I mean,
and then another thing, if you are involved in a lifestyle, some people rapping about it and they going to jail right now.
Yeah.
Free Lil Durk, you know what I'm saying? Young Thug just got out. So how does it work? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you supposed to? People, they all listening now. So you telling the truth and everything, you get so big, and now they're like, oh, just listen to his track. Yeah. He said he shot him in the back.
Yeah, no, that I don't. I'm so against them using. It happens with rappers all the time with them using their songs as evidence in cases. Like, of course, I mean, it is an admission because I believe you should be rapping and singing from the place that you're coming from.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I have very strong opinions. You should not be using art in court.
Right.
That's just my opinion on it.
They shouldn't be using it against them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's evidence, I guess.
Yeah.
So as a producer, have you ever, I'm sure you deal with a bunch of artists that probably come and you work with them, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever like had any like artists come through and like you were like, bro, like you need to go back and practice?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I've had to tell a lot of people no, because I mean I sell my all different services, like everything that I do separately, together, you know, whatever. But yeah, if I don't like your music or if you're not good, then
even if they paid for the session.
If they pay for the session, then like I don't want any involvement with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I
Have you ever had any like straight gangster thugs come through and like spit on the mic like they were saying like the gang violence? Like, you know, this is the set we rep on this side. Made you feel uncomfortable or what?
No, I mean,
You
like,
have an experience like that?
not like to a crazy extent. I mean,
Like you're like, I can't produce this, man. No way. I
I haven't had anything like that. I would
That's
say,
good. Okay.
like, I'm really cool with anybody, and like,
everybody's different.
yeah.
That's art, right?
Yeah. So I mean, if you're coming from a place of like honesty, then you know, nothing will bother me.
Yeah. Have you ever had anybody come through on Rap Cap and you like peeped it? Like you was like, man, ain't no way you talking about the you don't do this.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people from Harrisburg that do that a little bit.
Yeah.
But then there's others where like you thought they were kind of capping and you thought like, oh, they're just like,
And then you caught and you seen them in the news like, oh
Yeah.
shit, Johnny was not
Yeah.
Johnny, Max, whoever, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. So it is crazy like that. Cause like I remember high school, there was another artist, I won't say, but who was I think he was in the same grade as me, and he was just selling weed and like he was rapping about all this crazy shit, and then he ended up getting arrested with like a ton of stuff and like gun charges
From his music.
Not from his music, no, but just like,
he was just telling the truth, and you were like, oh yeah, I thought he was lying. No, he was that serious.
Yep.
He's standing on business.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the niggas standing on business, man. Just makes you stand on the right business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One Life Podcast, episode 36, man. Hey, let's check out this song right here, Luke Dieci. What is this called? Fly?
Fly, yeah.
And you made this 2 years ago.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, we released it 2 years ago. We made it like 4 years ago, 5 maybe. So it's definitely an old one.
Who's in this?
So this is me. My ex-girlfriend was the one who was laying in the bed that you see in the background.
That's you right there.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, Luke,
years ago.
That was before your hair was long. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That was in Brigantine. So you can see AC from the background.
Yeah, this is a nice little clean edit. This is a nice little setup the way you got it.
Yeah, the funny thing is we shot it ourselves, me and my cousins.
And the wind was just naturally out that day.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like the real feel was like below zero.
Yeah.
So we would record for like 5 minutes, then we would like all hustle into my cousin's car and warm up. You know, It's just like a 5 minute a piece thing.
I like this one right here. This is something like I could hear on the radio, like they playing like.
Yeah, this was the Joji one.
Oh, Joji produced?
No. That he was gonna pick on that list of
I
five.
see what you're saying. Yeah. He gonna double back. He gonna try to double back, man.
Yeah.
These next ones coming.
No, yeah, that was
Shout
just
out my
perfect
man Luke
energetic.
Dieci, man. Go tap into This Is Fly on
Yep,
YouTube.
This is Fly on YouTube.
Yeah. This is your first official music video?
Yep.
Okay, this is dope, right?
Yeah.
And where'd you get the concept for Fly?
We just all, because the instrumental we made, it was all my cousins. So we were all in different places at the time. So we just made a Zoom and we just ran through ideas. There were some crazy ones that didn't make it, but
The ideas?
yeah, but we ended up with this.
This was dope.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with it for sure. Funny thing is, little insider information, my ex-girlfriend who was in that bed actually fell asleep when we were recording this.
Yeah, she said, I'm tired. We've been filming all day. Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy. That's dope. It was snowing.
Yeah, it was snowing, it was raining, windy.
This was shot in AC?
Yep, yeah. Right in the beach. You should be able to see in a couple of shots, I think, the skyline of it.
You know how to freestyle?
I used to be good.
Yeah.
I used to be really good.
Yeah.
Like I used to do that all in high school.
Yeah. You
but
think you still got it?
No, I don't. I don't know if it's like
It's the practice,
brain damage and just like,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, I can't do it anymore. I got to sit down and actually write.
And right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I tried to write music, and this is dope, man. Shout out
Thanks.
Luke Dieci, man. Fly, go check that out on YouTube right now. Official. That's Luke Dieci's first music video. It's tough, man. The melody is smooth. I like that a lot.
Thanks.
We're
yeah.
gonna add that to the clip. But yeah, man. I tried to write a couple times, and I got the app BeatStar. It's an app you could download on your phone. And it has different instrumentals and stuff, and you could just listen to the instrumental. I would write, but every time I go to write, I'll write to a certain point, and then I'll get like a brain fart, or I'll come to a wall, and then my interest goes away. I want to play the video game or go do something else. So that's why I knew. I was like, yeah, this music is not for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever you're doing in life, I feel like you have to have that determination to want to complete it.
Yeah, for sure.
And to like really get that feed off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, that's that's everything with music for me is, I have that concept, and I mentioned before, I like sometimes it'll literally come in dreams, which the funny thing is, like with dreams, I'll wake up and I'll just like hum the melody into like recording on Snapchat and just save it. And then I wake up the next morning and I'm like, damn, I got the melody. I forget every other part. Cause like I'll dream in like full songs.
Bro, that's crazy.
But like I never like make the songs that were in my dreams. I just use that melody.
Right.
Because I forget all the rest of it.
Yeah.
By the time I wake up.
Yeah.
But I should like just wake up after I'm dreaming it and just do it.
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's deep that you have the concept. And then cause sometimes I have ideas when I wake up from sleep of like making a funny skit or something, I'll just jump and go do it.
Yeah.
So I can relate in that, but like, that's dope. I never had a dream where like I got a joke and woke up and was like, oh shit, like I remember this joke. That's deep right there.
Yeah, no,
Gifted.
I love that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all it all just comes very natural. It's just all, again, I make what I want to hear. I don't really tailor it to people. It's just kind of like, what I want to listen to.
Right.
So I just get those ideas for melodies and I can hear it on, whatever instrument I want to hear it on, or whatever, synth MIDI that I want to, and then, I just go from there.
Right. What do you put in your head when it's time to go perform? Like, what's the mindset you come with when it's performance time?
It's time to just get hype. I do my vocal warm-ups before, like a little bit before, and then it's just it's like, Mike Tyson, you box, Mike Tyson,
I used to, yeah.
Yeah, have you ever heard that he's talking about like he'll get scared beforehand, but then as he walks closer to the
Excitement,
ring, yeah, and he knows, like, he just has that confidence. It's the same kind of thing for me. Like, I'll get nervous like earlier that day or something, but then as I'm going up and I'm like, okay, it's almost my time to perform, then I'm like, yeah, I got this. I'm going crazy.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a performance where you just didn't get the reaction you were looking for?
Yeah, I would say, there's this club in Harrisburg, G Spot. And, it was just, I went in with something different.
You were testing something new out?
Yeah, testing something new out. Yeah, I just had one song. I was just doing one song. It was a showcase. It was like all artists basically. But they were all like heavy into drill rap. And I came in with something completely out of left field. And like people fucked with it, but like it wasn't like nobody was like getting hyped. They're like, I want more drill.
Yeah.
So I mean, that happens, it is what it is.
Yeah. And how did you let that moment, like, did that sit on your shoulders for a while after that? Or did it like give you more motivation? Like, watch.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers gonna love me in due time.
Yeah, no, it was definitely more motivation, and just like I got a little more selective with what I perform, because it's
reading your crowd.
Yeah. I'm sure you can relate to that. It's a lot of like reading crowd control of like thinking what's going to get everybody hype.
What are they going to like? What are these people probably more into?
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
feeding your audience. Yeah.
Yeah. And like benefit of that show was that I sold out of the shirts that I brought.
Yes.
Because like people there was a good amount of people that liked it. It's just that it was so different and they just wanted to like turn up.
Right. The vibe kind of switched a little bit.
Yeah.
But you still made out in there.
Yeah.
In that token, like you looked at the bright side. I sold all my merch here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's always a bright side in different situations where you feel like, man, today was a rough day.
Yeah.
The sun came out somewhere.
Yep.
You just got to pay attention.
Yeah. And I was also, it probably helps a little bit not getting the reaction that I wanted because I was like, I don't know, like 6 deep on Hennessy or something like that. So
yeah. You was vibing.
Yeah. I was gone at that point, so it didn't matter anyway, you know. So
the
next day I was just like, whatever.
Got to hit it again.
Yeah.
Get in the studio. How's the support from your parents been?
Great.
When you first started and stuff.
Yeah, no,
they always supported you the whole way. Like you was like, yeah, I want to do music. They were like, let's go.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Same thing with my mom and stuff. Yeah, she supported me the whole way. Any ideas? Go do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have parents and people around you like that are like, go do it. Yeah, they're supporting whatever your ideas are. It's very healthy and good for that person trying to grow and figure out what they can do and what they're good at and what's not for them.
Yeah.
Because, if you only allow a person, like say you got kids or something, you're like, no, you have to play football. I played football. I'm NFL. You have to play. Now it's kind of you're choking the potential for that person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gifted with different talents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if your parents did it, your dad did it, and so you were blessed to have tips and insiders, but you had to take some time. I'm sure once you started, did you ever stop?
No.
So you just kept rolling, right? You never had a pause moment, a break? Because what I'm saying is like sometimes when we start things, it's like we might drift off and go try this because, I was doing comedy, then I went and did boxing, I went to the military, and then comedy entertainment refound me, you know what I'm saying? And life is part of evolving, you know what I'm saying? One life.
Yeah, it was, the only time I'd say I really took like a little bit of break from music, like I was still playing and everything. But yeah, it was really like, I'd say right before I really locked in, I actually had a little bit of a break and like, I was still like writing poetry, and, playing piano any chance I got. But, I don't know. I guess I haven't really had a break, but
no time off.
No.
Yes. The craft is getting better each and every day.
Yeah, no, that's what I believe. There's always new stuff to learn. There's always new mixing techniques, mastering techniques. There's always new things to try musically, and especially like vocally, using my voice as an instrument. Like a lot of people think just like, oh, singing, everybody has a different voice. But no, there's, you use your head voice, your chest voice, your mix voice, falsetto, everything. And, learning runs, like being really good with staying on pitch with vocal runs. And you know what the hardest thing out of all of that to learn was?
What's that?
Screaming.
How to scream at and make it sound good? How
to scream correctly, because a lot of people hear screaming and they're just like, oh yeah, they're just screaming. It's like, nah, a good way to know if you're doing it right is if it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't strain your voice like you're yelling at somebody or something, then you're doing it right.
Yeah. Like that song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. You know that song?
Yep.
I used to listen to that when I used to wrestle, my wrestling days. I used to play that in practice. He screams in that like, ah! Yeah. What's the technique to screaming? Like what?
That was the hardest thing.
I never knew there was
learn.
a technique to,
Yeah, it's so difficult because like
keeping your voice deep or clear and like.
I don't scream deep. I generally don't.
Pause.
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say I'd rephrase that. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about screaming at all, actually, but
No, you do know about it. You scream on some of your tracks.
yeah, no,
Don't lie. Come on, don't cap now.
No, yeah, but
life.
yeah. So for screaming, like how I learned, and it's I don't even know how to describe like how to do it. It's just like how I learned was like I would always kind of like scream in a way like you'd think like, oh, Kurt Cobain screamed this way, or Dave Grohl, or like some of those other like grunge musicians, like the grunge scream.
Yeah.
I'll call it. So I was always good at that, vocal distortion that way. But then like true like metal screaming came to me just through, I was practicing a ton and I couldn't get it. I was always hurting my voice. And then it started where I started with a grunge scream, and then I went up. It was either a semitone or a whole step, and in pitch, and I just it just came out, and then it's like riding a bike or whatever, where you
Once you learn it.
Yeah, once you learn it, yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe how to do it. It's just like you got to be very free. There's like a stance, like you should have kind of a wide stance with it, but other than that, I don't know how to describe like the technique.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's just
I never knew there was a technique to screaming when it comes
Yeah.
to making this music. That's dope.
Yep.
Shout out all the heavy metal punk rockers. Shout
Yeah.
out, man, y'all screaming and y'all got techniques to this shit. That's
Yeah,
crazy. You
yeah.
learn something new every day, man. That's dope. So what are the big plans for Luke moving forward in the future with music and producing and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully getting on a US tour would be the biggest thing that I'm looking towards. I want to break more into New York. I just like that scene. I think Brooklyn's got something crazy going on right now with their creativity and their music movement.
Right.
I mean, I was always into New York rap over West Coast personally.
Okay.
I mean, I love Kendrick.
So
I'll say
you
that.
prefer Biggie over Tupac?
Yeah, for sure.
Got you. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll say this: I love Kendrick. He's amazing. I love him.
Right.
But yeah, like New York style, especially. Like,
No, I thought you were
now.
about to say, but Drake.
Oh no, fuck Drake.
Fuck Drake.
Yeah, old Drake was
Oh
cool.
no! Shout out OVO and Ruling. Yeah, wait, what you mean?
I don't like him at all anymore. I think like old Drake was cool. I loved old Drake.
That sound like Kanye. Like old
Yeah.
Kanye was cool. I'm like that with Kanye. But
yeah.
Drake, I feel like everybody could listen to Drake. Your grandma, your kids, your brothers, your sisters. She used to call me on her cell phone.
Yeah.
I got enemies. I got other enemies.
Yeah.
People trying to drain me of my energy.
That era
I
was
need a
alright.
one dance. I go
Yeah.
all day, man.
Yeah,
Drake.
yeah.
So tell me this, right?
Yeah.
Say you're on a road trip, 25 hours, you got to drive.
Yeah.
Who you listen to, Drake or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
The whole ride.
Whole ride, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe some old Drake mixed in.
Oh, no, you can't smith. You got to listen to one artist for 25 hours
All right,
straight.
yeah, 25 hours, easy, Kendrick. I probably put on Good Kid, Mad City the whole way.
Just put on repeat.
Yeah. No, I think
that's dope.
that's a masterpiece. For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm going with Drake, man.
Yeah.
He got too many melodies.
He does.
Bounce that shit like, whoa, this is not a fairy tale. I already know. He's an entertainer, bro.
He
He's
is,
great.
Yeah.
I can never hate on something like somebody that has like so many different ways of coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's talent.
Yeah, it is. I'll say that. It's just like I think he's the same kind of thing where he caps for sure. Like 100%. You know it. Everybody knows it. And like.
But I could say this about Drake. You're saying he caps. I never really heard a Drake song that was like drill. Like, yeah, I'm in the streets. I'm with my niggas. Blah, blah, blah. He talks about what he says. The mafia, the mob ties and shit, ties. And he's like smooth with his way he comes at. I feel like he comes at anybody the way any regular person would say. He's just defending himself. Like, you don't want to start with this person because I know Taekwondo.
Yeah, but like
I got connections.
If you look at like here's the example I'll use. Like if you look at the Started from the Bottom music video, right? So First of all, I take issue with the lyrics because he said started from the bottom, now we here. He did not start from the bottom.
You're right about that.
Yeah. He was growing up
You're right about that.
like at the very minimum upper middle class.
Yeah, he was on Nickelodeon and stuff. Right?
Yeah, yeah. So he was probably rich.
Yeah.
And sorry about that. And he lived, a rich life, and he's saying sorry from the bottom, now we're here. And then the music video, I think the music video was him with like
Rolls Royce in the snow, I think.
Yeah. But there was a bunch of poor kids, I think, too.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like he's just representing something that he's not.
Right, in that aspect.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes down to it. But, still, like, Dre, I don't think he's promoted music that makes people want to go outside and start trouble.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's very true, yeah.
Yeah, so he definitely makes music that, like, you could vacuum the house to and cut your grass and just get ready. You're getting ready to go out. You just, hey, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm on one.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm on. Is it?
Yeah, you're kind of swaying my opinion a little bit.
I mean, to each his own. Everybody got their own opinion. But I'll forever be a Drake fan. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the music he produces and the talent, and like I said, he never gave off that, like, image to make, like, I feel like to inspire anybody to go and, like, hardcore turn up or, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? Your top 5?
Top 5 rappers?
Top 5 artists.
Artists in general. So I would definitely put Kendrick up there. This isn't in a specific order, but Kendrick is up there for sure. Even like, what was it? Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, was that the album name?
For Kendrick?
Yeah, the second to last one. Whatever the second to last one was.
Okay.
I thought that was another masterpiece. Good Kid, Mad City was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So I put Kendrick up there. Again, same thing with Kanye. It's a little, whatever. But like, if we're talking like of all time, if you're looking at like, if you look at old Kanye.
Yeah, I love old Kanye.
Yeah, old
Flashing.
Kanye, yeah.
Lights, drive slow, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta testify. Come up in this spot looking extra fly. Yeah, that was my shit. Yeah. Just a good life, better than the life I live.
Mm-hmm.
When I thought,
old Kanye. Yeah, so Kendrick, Kanye, excluding new Kanye. I'd say XXXTentacion for sure.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. R.I.P. He was so great. He came at it from a whole different point of view.
Right.
I'd say, and then lumped in with him, I'd say would be Juice WRLD. I just don't want to waste another pick.
No, you got to. That's your 5, bro.
All right, damn. Then I got like 1 for rock because I'm a rock and a rap fan. So
okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'll say Juice WRLD. I related to a lot of that. And then I'll say Chris Cornell.
Nice.
Soundgarden, Audio Slave, his own like independent stuff too. Like, I think he's got one of the best rock voices of all time for sure.
Right. Yeah. I ask everybody when we talk about Kanye, what's your opinion on how he treats his fans nowadays?
Nowadays, I mean, he's just isolating everybody. I think. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's tough to see because, like, I mean, he's clearly saying some heinous shit, but like at the same time, like he does have some serious mental illness, which should be factored into an extent. I don't know.
I feel like just stay home.
Yeah.
And it's not that simple, but, if you get caught in traffic, somebody's recording, filming, don't give them the time of day.
Yeah.
When I say you don't got to react, you know what I'm saying? You can smile. If you don't want to smile, you just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Once you start to react and talk to people, now they got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now they got either the good side of you or the bad side of you.
Yeah.
If you don't react, or you might just wave or something and just keep walking, and you don't. Now you're keeping your atmosphere closed off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in the bubble.
Yep.
He opens his bubble way too much, and it seems like when he opens it, he doesn't want to open it.
Yeah.
So keep your bubble closed, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's he needs. I mean, I get what he's saying, like why he doesn't want to take medication, but he definitely needs that. I mean, I know people with bipolar.
What I'm saying is like this, bro. Beyond the medication and stuff, just keep your bubble closed.
Yeah.
You know, when you put yourself out there, expose yourself to certain stuff, and you're showing people all of this stuff. Look at my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you're bringing in certain type of comments and attention to your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the way you. I feel like carry yourself as once you become a top artist. You know what I'm saying? Once people are watching you and inspired by you, give off some good light, man.
Yep.
Because we got one life.
Yeah.
One time to do this.
One
you know
life,
what I'm saying? And this is what you've been asking for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you get it, treat it well.
Yeah. You watched that documentary on him?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was dope.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, I like Kanye. You know, I'm just saying, like, he just, some people just be tripping, man.
Yeah.
Just got to, like, close your bubble. Keep your bubble closed.
Yeah.
Keep it pushing. Will Smith tripping, smacking people.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
crazy,
oh, man, you know what I mean? Like, you could have did that in the park, like, later when y'all seen each other.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't...
Exposed now the whole world seeing you take a shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta move correctly. Like Jay-Z said, show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You got any people that in the future, like big features, people that you would like to work with? Like would be a dream come true to work with somebody?
Oh yeah. For sure. I mean, there's a lot to pick from. I mean, like going on like a big scale. I would say Dominic Fike, I think would be great to work with. Gene Dawson too. They're both, and I mean, they kind of do a similar, not similar style of music to me, but like similar in a sense. Like it is a mixture of some hip hop and some rock. Some alt rock, like Dominic Fike. He was the guy on Euphoria too.
Okay. Euphoria is with Brent Faiyaz? No.
Yeah, it's just Dominic Fike is the only artist that's on there. But that's that like it came out not long ago about those high schoolers that like were just going crazy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Zendaya was on there. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw like the first little bit of it. It seemed good, but yeah.
Dominic Fike is one of those people.
Yeah.
He's a rap artist?
I'd say he's just like he got similar kind of thing. Like he got started in rap, but now he's singing a lot. He's a great singer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't do too much rap anymore, but it's the same kind of thing where he like mixes in some rapping in his music.
Right. Gotcha.
So I really like that about him.
That's dope.
Same kind of thing with Gene Dawson. You can just tell he has some hip hop influences in what he makes, but it's not like he's not rapping on anything. Right. It's just you can tell the influence is there. Got you. Yeah.
What's something interesting that people don't really know about you that that you could tell the people right now?
Yeah.
On the One Life Podcast, episode number 36.
Number 36.
Something that people don't know about Luke, man.
Yeah, no, just that, I always say, like, when I had, like, dating apps and stuff, I would always say, like, I got, a case of the RBF, but I'm actually a nice guy. That's true. Like, I've been through, like, some terrible, terrible stuff.
He said swiping right on Tinder.
But no,
and when you said case of the RBF, what did you talk about?
Oh, just like that, like my deadpan look.
You talking about the resting bitch face? Yeah, man, no Diddy. He's trying to nigga walking around with the RBF.
Yeah.
He said that's just an image. That's just
Yeah, like I don't think I looked very approachable and like a big guy too. I'm 255. So, I don't look approachable. And I have been through some terrible stuff. So like, but that's the thing. Like I'm a protector above everything, so
for the family.
So, I mean, that's the thing. Like I want to put it out there. I've been through some terrible, terrible, terrible stuff, but
overcame.
Yeah. Overcame. And I'm a nice guy, which a lot of people don't figure, you know. So
Tap in with my man Luke Dieci, man. Yo, where can they find your studio and stuff like that, and all your music, all your platforms? Tell the people all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm on every platform. You know, if you got Apple Music, Spotify, anything. Besides, I don't put myself on SoundCloud. But I'm everywhere else, whatever music app you got. It's just Luke Dieci. It's easy to look up, you know, LukeDieci. If you forget it, it's 10 in Italian. Go on Google Translate English to Italian.
Yeah, we gonna put it in the subtitles, yeah.
All right, yeah. So so you can find me that way. It's the same on Instagram. I put out covers on Instagram. I did a Dominic Fike song. I did Lithonia by Childish Gambino. I just did Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, and like they're all in my own way. And again, like it's all playing every instrument. So I took videos of me playing every part and spliced them all together.
Right.
So so I got a bunch of shit out there. So yeah, check me out on any of that. You can find a lot about me out there. And check out if you're in the Harrisburg area and you want to see me come play, then just tap in with my man Luke. Yeah.
You have a studio where people could come to and work with you?
Yeah, so there's you can really book it anywhere in Harrisburg, and I can engineer for you. I got my home studio too. So like as far as like if you're interested, again, I have to like your music. That's kind of the prerequisite. Sometimes, you know, people will come in and it's, you know, whatever. But if you want, you know, everything that I do, again, I play all the instruments, and I can play anything. I can pick up anything.
Yes, sir.
He
can play the guitar for you, the piano, the ukulele, the violin.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do that. Bass, drums, anything. I can pick up anything. Mandolin, so I play everything. You know, people use samples. I only sample myself. So, you know, if you're looking for an instrumental that's ingenuitive, I'm your guy for instrumentals. If you're looking for somebody to, you know, produce on, you know, whatever level, if you're looking for somebody to mix, if you're looking for somebody to master, if you're looking for a feature, if you like my vocals, anything I'll do. But again, there's some caveats there. I have to like it. It has to be, if I'm a feature on something, it has to be professionally mixed to my standard. If not,
and you will help them do that, get that done.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got the equipment, you got the connections.
Yep.
My man Luke.
Yeah.
So one question I love to ask all my talented guests that come on the One Life Podcast. This is One Life Podcast episode number 36 with my man Luke Dieci, man, rap artist, producer. He does it all, man. What is some positive advice that you could give the world and the people watching, those out there chasing their dreams on this one life to their successful lifestyle? What is some great motivation and advice you could give the people out there watching?
Yeah, just find people that you connect with, that you can relate to on a level, and know, you know, whatever you're doing, whenever you get down, you're never alone. And from, you know, to bring this to religion, God's always got your back.
Amen. Yeah,
that's always somebody you can turn to.
Perfect timing.
All the time. You know, my
man Luke Dieci, man. Yeah. You got any questions for me? You got anything you want to share before we get out of here?
I'm good, but yeah, it's great seeing you again. I remember meeting you in the gym, and
wait, we met in the gym, bro.
Yeah.
And
Mount Pocono.
In Mount Pocono.
Yeah.
At Planet Fitness.
Yep.
Bro, how long ago was that?
It's been a minute.
Probably like 2 years ago.
Probably year plus, something like that. Yeah.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
We done finally connected. One Life Podcast episode number 36 with my man Luke Dieci, man. Go tap in with my boy, man. If you're out in Harrisburg, even if you're not in Harrisburg, because he drove all the way from Harrisburg today. He's hungry. He's determined. He's gonna reach his ultimate success in his one life. I believe it, man. And thank you for coming through to the One Life Podcast, bro.
Thank you.
Keep doing great things for the people, for your family. Thank you, bro. This is what it's about, man. Sharing the talent and just motivating those out there watching to just, you know, we all got to work a 9 to 5 and get the bills paid. Yeah. But what are you doing that you love to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're doing something that you love to do, keep practicing at that and working at that on the side while you're paying your bills. And eventually, I believe one day that thing that you love to do can become your ultimate career and your job that you do on a day-to-day basis. And it's no longer a job at that point.
For sure, yeah.
Right? It's no longer going to work. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to make some music.
Yeah.
I'm going to help people make some music. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make some people laugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting this movie out. I'm on set.
Yeah.
One life, man.
Yeah.
Live it up. One Life Podcast,
One Life.
episode number 36. Luke Dieci, there you have it, man.
All right.
My man, thank you for coming through, dog.
Thank you.
The One Life Podcast.
Hey, play his music.
Leaning, Cody's speaking to me. The leaning, and the Cody's speaking to me. Last things first, I'm the man of the year. Sipping codeine and popping perks 'cause I'm out here. I'm the only one I know who can handle what I put in my body. And I feel a bit naughty.
One Life, there you have it, man. Stay tuned, stay tapped in, keep chasing your dreams. We out. Peace.